Hey, Marcia. So I wanted to answer your question that you sent me through email that if you don't have a Google Classroom, so how could you do it? Or how can you assign stuff? Well, actually, Pearson, this program allows you to create your own classes within their program. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. And of course, I'm also going to send you another video, which I think, I'm sure you know how to do, but you can also just assign these worksheets and the PowerPoints via email to your students. You can attach them, you can download them and attach those files to an email and send it to your kids too as well. But first, I'll show you how to create a class within Pearson Realize, and you can monitor and have kids turn in through that method if that's easiest. And I'll do an email method too as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Pearson Realize. Hopefully Gita sets you up on with an email with a username and password. But I'm going to go ahead and click pearsonrealize.com/community/program. It's going to take me to the sign-in page. I have my username filled out and my password. I'm going to click sign in. All right, now that I'm here, this is my dashboard. I'm going to click actually over here to classes. I'm going to click classes, and then it gives me a list of all my classes. Now, all my classes are connected to Google Classroom. This is not a problem. So I am actually going to create classes. So all I did is I went from Pearson Realize and I clicked this little tab up here, classes, and it brought me to this page. Now I'm going to go over to the right and I'm going to click create class. Then it brings you to this page where you get to create your own class through Pearson Realize. So I'm going to give the class a name and say Honors Environmental Science. I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to scroll down, pick programs, choose the programs you would like your students to have access to for this class. So I'm going to click, this is the book I want them to have access to, these resources. And then it's going to take you to this part right here, add students to class. And it gives you actually really helpful tips to add students to your class. So the first thing is you would list out your students that are in your class. So I'm going to do an example. Williams, Kelsey, and then it says use at least one character. You can use letters, numbers, periods, @ sign, and underscores. Name must be unique. 2 students can have the same username. So from what it seems like, they want you to make their own username. So honestly, an easy way would just be their email. So for instance, K Williams, and in the graduation year, K Williams _12. And then another kid, John Doe, John, Doe, J Doe _23 if your kids are graduating in 2023. And then you're going to give them a password. I would think that maybe just do the password the same for everybody. ES123 2020, and just give every kid the same password to make it easy. And so what you're really doing is you are helping them sign into the sign-in page. So I'm going to go here, and it doesn't take me there. But the sign-in page that I started out with, that's where you are giving them a username and password to get into their class, which will be in this area. I'll show you that here in a minute. So once you put all the students' names in and you gave them a username, like I said, I think the best way to do it would just give them first initial, full last name, underscore, and then graduation year, and then you give them a password. So all you're doing is you're helping the kids log in so they can get all the work in this program. After you do that, it says choose student themes. This is what the students are going to be looking at when they log into this program. So I clicked default theme. I'm going to click save. and it's thinking. And now it's created my class. And so here is my class. I can click on it now. And I have a calendar. I can do discussions. I can assign groups. And you can assign things to these classes. So for instance, you can go back to browse. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to classes. So here's your class here, and now it's time to assign a worksheet to them. So I'm going to go to browse up here in the top corner. I'm highlighting it right now. Click browse, and I'm going to click on our book again, Environmental Science, Your World, Your Turn. I'm going to find, here's my table of contents. I'm going to look for the chapter that I'm on. So I'm going to scroll down, click Water Resources. And now I can assign the text to them. Okay, so I can go to Assign, and I'm going to look for the class Honors Environmental Science. Here's your due date, so you can set the due date. Use this to complete the worksheet. So once now what I'm doing is I'm assigning the text to them, just the Water Resources Chapter 14 only. I found the class, I typed in the class Honors Environmental Science, and then I clicked on use this to complete the worksheet, and I'm going to click Assign down here in the bottom right. Oh, they want me to do a start and end date. So let's say you're going to assign it Monday for Monday's work, and then your due date is going to be Wednesday, and then you're going to click Assign. So now that's assigned to the class. Now you want them to do the conjoining worksheet. So you can go to Student Worksheets. And then you're at the worksheets now, and you want them to do 14.1. You're going to click Assign. So all I did, I'll show that again. I got to 14.1. I'm going to click Options, this little drop-down arrow here. And I'm going to click Assign. Then it takes me to the same thing. Create an assignment. Complete this worksheet. And then I'm going to find enter class, group, or student name. I'm going to look for Honors Environmental Science. And then I'm going to click, I got to do my start and end date. So 23 to 25 and click Assign. Okay, so now that we assigned those two things, I assigned the reading and I assigned the worksheet. I'm going to go back up to classes, and classes is here, and then I'm going to scroll down and find my class that I created, Honors Environmental Science. I'm going to click, and these are now the assignments that have been assigned to the kids. So student status, when they turn it in, they will turn it in to this program, and then it will show you who's turned it in at what time, which is really neat. And so once you actually can, I'm pretty sure you can look at them, grade them, and give them a score. So which is really nice. Well, once they turn it in, you're able to do that. But this is kind of, you got a calendar, you can set like what we're going to be doing this week. It shows that these two things are due on Wednesday. Discussion groups, you can go to a prompt and they can they can discuss something that you want them to. Students in groups, you can put them in groups, or however you want them to do it. But I think it's the easiest way to do it. And then my next video I'm going to send you is how you can just send this through email and go around this entire, if you don't want to use the class feature on this program, you don't have to at all. I can show you how you can just download and send the worksheet and PowerPoints to the kids.